Hi, it's Nigel with another Importing Riches video tutorial. Today's tutorial I'm going to talk about why you need to hire the services of a customs broker and why that relationship with your chosen customs broker is very important. First of all, I want to explain what a customs broker is. Basically, they are the person between you and customs, and they're in charge of clearing your goods for you. See, when you first start importing, most people think that you need to have an importing license and you need to do it all yourself. The thing is, you hire someone, a professional that's been doing it for many years. Usually it's a company, and they will clear the goods for you. Do not try to clear the goods to save some extra money. Okay, clearing the goods into the port and then getting the necessary paperwork that customs needs to clear goods needs to be done by a professional. So you've got you, and your role is not to clear the goods. Your role is to source the goods very cheaply and then sell the goods, obviously, for a big profit. That's how you make a lot of money. So you've got you, and your broker is the person that will clear your goods for you. They will talk to customs, which is basically the governing body that controls the freight in and out of the country, and they will have your goods come through from the shipping liner. Shipping liner will say, you know, we've got container X and it's got XYZ parts on it, or XYZ product, and it belongs to you Incorporated. So then what your broker will do will take that paperwork, and then they'll go to lodge that paperwork with customs, and they'll say, my client is expecting these parts, or has got this container, or has got X number of goods coming in, and he'll submit that to customs, and customs will want paperwork for them to you know, stamp that and say, yep, your goods are cleared. Now, there's going to be regulations to what you can import, and there's a whole procedure of every step that needs to be followed that customs will go through, and if there's anything wrong in that step, then they will liaise with your broker, and then your broker will then come to you and say, you know, you need this paperwork, or you need this, and then you can give that paperwork to the broker, and then the broker will lodge it with customs, and then customs will say, yep, that's the bit of paperwork that we need, tick. Then you'll move on to the next stage, and so forth. Your broker is responsible for clearing the goods for you, making sure that he has all the paperwork, so then he can do his job and then clear the goods, and then make sure that it's all cleared, and this is all done through their customs system and all done online. And then he makes sure that, you know, he organizes that once your goods are cleared, they're picked up. If it's a container, it's picked up and delivered to the location that you specify, and then once that is unloaded, then the container will then be picked up, and then that's basically the whole cycle completed. Now, most people think that it's the broker's responsibility to make sure that, you know, they have all the correct paperwork, or they're up to date with the legalities of it. Okay, it's not really the broker's responsibility to know exactly what you're importing. You need to find out the laws and the what items are allowed to be imported into your country, and then you have to give the necessary paperwork to your broker. Your broker can advise you on certain restrictions and things that he or she needs in place for them to clear the goods, but it's really ultimately up to you. And I'll give you an example. Let's say that you're going to import say 1,000 t-shirts. Okay, so you tell your broker that you got 1,000 t-shirts coming in. Now, with t-shirts and clothing, there is certain regulations that you need to that each country has with the clothing and the material and the fibers in that t-shirt. There has to meet certain grade and certain standards. And if there's substances that are in that fabric that are over the limit of what your country is allowed, then they can ban it. If there's toxic substances in that fabric, or substances that are then can cause respiratory problems, if it's over a certain parts per million that fiber has, then they can then reject your shipment, and they will then take control of the shipment and destroy your goods. So you need to make sure, you need to talk to your supplier and say, are these t-shirts that I'm importing, do they meet certain standards? See, every country will have a certain standard for certain types of products, and then you need to abide by those standards. And once you look up those standards, it'll tell you what's specified every single product that has to meet those standards. So it's a good guideline for you to go by. If you import a product that doesn't meet certain standards, even though you can import products that don't require standards or certifications, if you import products and you're not sure and it doesn't meet certain standards, and they test your samples of your product at your expense, and they don't meet certain criteria or regulations or certifications, then they've got every right to seize control of your shipment and then destroy your goods. Now, if you're importing a whole bunch of, just say you've got a container of t-shirts that that you've bought from the supplier, and there's 10,000 t-shirts in there. Okay, so and if you haven't tested the fabric in those t-shirts properly, customs can take control of that shipment and destroy it, so you lose a lot of money. Just say each t-shirt costs you $3, there's $30,000 down the drain. There's nothing you can do about it. So if you want some more information on exactly how all this works, your role of the broker and everything in between, just check out the Even Port Riches video course.